Hi, Tea Society. Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are checking out Bleach, episode 256. I have no idea what this is going to be because I guess we finished the story for the Zanpakuto Rebellion stuff. So this is just going to be the filler for the filler? I don't know. I'm really just here to spend more time in the universe and finish up this set of episodes because I will not remember what episodes I've watched. So we're just going to finish this so that I at least have this filler part already watched before I go and watch other things. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of madness maybe. In 3, 2, 1, go. It's kind of wild that we're still having this as the opener. Like, y'all are still gonna explain to me about Zanpakuto? Are we gonna have like more stuff with the Zanpakuto? Because they technically all dissolved. They're like personified forms, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't come back in some way. We didn't like fully finish it, to be fair. Like what happened with like Mayuri and his Zanpakuto? Like what happened to the Zanpakuto that got destroyed? We had like the little clip at the end of the last episode. But that kind of like confirms that like all the ones that were like broken are back, but we didn't get any real conclusion on that process. Did we? I don't think so. So I suppose that we could still keep going. Do we get any confirmation about who was in the like cloak either? I was assuming it was Rukia's Zanpakuto. But I don't know if we ever got like a moment with that. What happened with Kipachi? Hang on. We might still have some stuff that we need to clear up. But the main story, I'm like, is basically done. It definitely seemed like there was going to be some more like madness in this episode in terms of like randomness than like the main story. Not the groovy music. All the cherry blossoms. This is very in season for when I'm watching this. So we're cool with Byakuya? I mean, I would be too. Byakuya doesn't give you a lot of feedback. Ah. So we're getting like a cherry blossoms themed episode, maybe? I love the breaking of the fourth wall to be like, why are you asking so many questions? It's fine now. I do enjoy that, like, Bleach, when it comes to filler, is just like, don't worry about it. Like, they're very, like, blatantly just like, don't worry. Hello? Where did you come from and how did you get this far? Yeah, we didn't really think this through. Though we did do a bunch of fighting without a Zanpakuto, so we at least have some recent practice on how to navigate that. So we still have some personification going on. I was gonna say, there's a whole other person that we're supposed to be fighting. I would assume it would just be gone because Muramasa isn't around anymore. I do love that the story was supposed to be like, we're finished, they're not like personified externally anymore. Don't worry about it. And now they're like, why asking so many questions? You know, like, oh, that's not suspicious. Oh, so you are also a weapon? I look at that so surprised. It's like, you came to visit me? Oh, so you're back. Frivolous issues. I mean, it's not technically a problem. Not that I want to defend him, but wild. What does that even mean? True. It doesn't have to be one of the captains. I feel like we should be smiling like that when we're talking about people dying. It was defeated. I don't know how much of this to pay attention to, and how much of it's just like nonsense for the sake of the filler. They're like, we need to buy ourselves 10 more episodes. So so is that what we're doing? We're tracking down the wild. Ugh. I need him to never do that again. Yeah, I was gonna say, you also helped destroy the mansion. Kind of sweet, honestly. For him to be like, if you're gonna be finding this like wild Zanpakuto, I'd rather like you have more backup for that. I feel like that's a little bit of a too broad of an attack. To get pot kettle to be like, why are you using violence? How many times has she just been like, I'm going to kick you because you're annoying me? Oh gosh, there's two of them now. We're just registering that now. He would be annoyed. It's a party. Yeah. Celebration, why not? Could Toshiro drink? Are there laws about drinking in Soul Society? How does that translate with like age? Because there's like relative age of a Soul Reaper, and then there's like actual number of years they've been alive. I'm just saying, like, is he allowed to be at this party? You know, like, I mean, obviously, to some extent, because he's here, but were you thinking he'd show up for the party? Oh dear. We're hoping that, like, having a party would, like, this, like, rogue Zanpakuto would just show up. You might have to carry her home. Did we? What was the plan? Was it just because last time we had like a kind of party at the little picnic? So we're trying to like recreate past events? I don't know. What do you fight for? That's an emotion. Oddly dramatic zoom in. Yeah, y'all do have like a little bit we need to like repair of everything that went down. It's very dramatic of all of the flashbacks. Some of the flashbacks hurt though. Look, some of the emotional trauma that I have of this show, and I don't need you to make me go through all of it. I mean, I don't mean would be one of those people, but I think like yeah, you'd be dead like a few times over. Some crazy things have happened. Though I guess this is still kind of like in the middle of some of that going down. Wow, you got really close for someone who has like Wolverine claws. I'm just saying, I would not be within like swinging distance. It's an oddly well done like cry for that, like the pained cry that the voice actress put in there. Remarkably well done. I hate that my brain is just like Beyblade. I'm sorry. I was born in the 90s. That's what I'm saying. Y'all should have been at a distance. I do like getting to see the teamwork between the two of them though. Like the attack, like both of them being able to like dodge out of the way of each other's attacks without having to like externally communicate about it because it would make sense that they'd be able to like know what was going on without having to like verbally say it, right? I like that too, of the two different like fighting styles, magic systems kind of. Both of them kind of having their own specialties, balancing each other out. I'm assuming we won. Ooh, dang. I was not ready for him to just throw one of those like gauntlet things. Makes sense though, like they're weapons. It's not like they're like part of his actual body, so There's some oddly dramatic pauses. I understand pacing. It just makes it feel more dramatic every time they're like pausing on some of the looks. Nice. Did we destroy the mansion again? Parts of it, anyway? And then it'll just magically be fine. Hey! Look who showed up. Oh god. He's gonna still have to be like a single dad. Oh dear. So that's what we're doing? We're dealing with remnants? Just a dad. Cute. Ooh. Different ending? I do think it's like I do like feel for them like as like the team putting together the show to just be like suddenly you need to put like that many episodes together when you finished a story because it's a weird number, right? Like 10 is like it's enough that you can't just do throwaway episodes, right? Like there are different parts throughout Bleach where there's been like one or two episodes that are just like whatever episodes, right? We're you know we're with like Kananji or whatever and it's just like a fun throwaway thing, whereas for like 10 it's like it's not enough to do like a really involved story, but it's also enough that you need to have some kind of overarching plot, right? Like there needs to be something that we're doing. So I do feel for them having to like pivot and figure out what that's gonna be. And it's not gonna make like anyone happy, right? Like everyone was like upset they're gonna still have to wait, but in retrospect, I'm just having fun with it. But I you know what? Sure, let's just give them something to fight each week. Sure. Oh, we're getting a whole explanation. Sure. Ichigo. I love the like going down the line. Like I said, I get the concept that we're going for. I get that we're kind of retconning some stuff that like literally just happened of them being like, oh no, this property wasn't destroyed. Don't worry about it. Or no, the Sanpakto never said that they wouldn't materialize again. Stop asking so many questions. I get it. I understand the logistics of being like, hey, we're going to have the story end here like this, and then we're going to continue with the next part of like the actual canon arc stuff, and then being like, yeah, actually we need you to give us a couple more, I guess, months if it was coming out like each week, right? Like each the episodes that is in between, that is kind of connected to everything that's going on, but also like isn't part of the main plot because Muramasa isn't there anymore. So like, what do when you don't have your big bad? So I understand that they kind of have to pivot and kind of figure out how to retcon some stuff, but you know, as someone who loves a character driven story, I kind of love that this whole episode was just like Rukia and her Zanpakuto, and getting to see them like actually work together, because we didn't get any of that. Super early on, her Zanpakuto materialized, and then they were like at odds, and then was destroyed but at a commission, or they were separated. Rukia was like, hey, you can be free and stuff. So we didn't really get a chance to see them like working together in ways like we kind of got in the last couple of episodes with Muramasa, where we got to see some of the Soul Reapers teaming up with their Zanpakuto, and I really liked getting to see that. So it was fun to get a whole episode that was just like getting to see what that teamwork was like. I like they kind of traded off some of the stuff that they were doing in terms of Rukia not using like her Zanpakuto or like that set of like magic system and stuff, because there was a actual personification materialized version of that. So she's like, hey, I can do like long distance stuff instead, and we'll like work together. So I like getting to see some of that, and some of the, again, like communication with them having to actually like explain themselves, because it makes sense that they wouldn't have to say out loud what they were thinking and what strategy they were coming up with. So I did like parts of it. I do understand that we're kind of like, and there are still some other materialized Zanpakuto around, even though Muramasa isn't here. Why are you asking so many questions? Because we need something for them to fight. I'm here for the ride, and I like getting to spend some time. I was thinking even in this, it's kind of nice to just spend time with Soul Society stuff, or with like those characters. You know, like Ichigo wasn't in this episode, and to get to spend time with those characters when there isn't an impending doom. I feel like most of the time when we spend any length of time with the Soul Society characters, something terrible is about to happen, is happening, or just happened. And I get that this is some of the aftermath of everything with Muramasa, but it was kind of nice to just have them be like, hey, we're gonna be doing the cherry blossom flower viewing, and there's gonna be like a party, and we just sort of get to be in that world and with these characters without the stakes being like risen by like a whole lot. I kind of like just spending time in this world and getting to see these characters without like that hanging over us. So that's nice, and I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this playlist to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe specific time I post a Bleach reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.